Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is one special fragrance from Labo, which we got obviously from a duty free from our Korea travel. And we're gonna do an unboxing, obviously, a first impression, and then yeah, let's just talk about Labo perfumes. So, the one that we got is called Lavande 31, and it's not one of their popular scents, but this one I find very unique and interesting as a lavender based fragrance. So we got this while on our way back to Manila. So Incheon Duty Free has niche fragrances. So they have Le Labo, they have Byredo, they have Diptyque, uh, Aqua di Parma, and all of that. So if you're not able to purchase your perfumes while in Seoul, there's still another chance while you are in Incheon. So yeah, and also to share with you, the essays are also generous, and they shared or they gave us two samples, which is eucalyptus 20. Interesting. I really am not familiar yet with this scent, although I've smelled it while I was at the Lilabo store. And also Tenwar 29. My essay in Manila in the Greenbelt Boutique says she loves this scent, Tenwar. I still haven't come to terms with the scent profile of this one, so I still need to, train my nose into better appreciating this scent. And same for Eucalyptus 20. But the star of the video is actually this one. I got it in 100 ml, the usual for my Lilabo purchases. So let's open this up. And as you can see, aside from providing my initial review, I will also be, as usual, decanting it into my 10 ml spray bottle. So they say that this is one of the unique lavender fragrances in the niche world. But this is not my first lavender perfume. In terms of the designer fragrances, I have Burberry Goddess, which is a lavender vanilla, as well as YSL. So anyway, if you think lavender is just clean, soapy, or reminds you of barber shops, this is going to completely change your perspective. So we're going to break down everything: the scent profile, the accords, my first impressions. Not really first, because I've always tried this in store. With Le Labo, it's quite expensive, so please don't blind buy. How this also performs in hot and humid weather here in the Philippines, and of course, some alternatives if you're curious about similar vibes. So if you love unconventional fragrances or you're looking for a lavender that stands out, this is the video for you, so stay tuned. So, Le Labo is a niche fragrance house founded in 2006 in New York. So, contrary to popular belief, this is a US based fragrance. This is American, it's not European. And they're known for their minimalist aesthetic, lab style branding, and fragrances that feel very slow, raw, artistic, and sometimes even a little challenging. So, not all of the perfumes in Le Labo are something that I appreciate. Some of them I still need to, smell further. So, their philosophy is all about craftsmanship. It's very aesthetic, meaning it looks like a lab grown or lab developed rather than a fancy fragrance house. So each bottle is freshly compounded. What I've observed is that that usually happens in a boutique, in a standalone boutique, wherein there is a space where they mix all of the compounds and the ingredients and they make it for you right then and there. But for some Labo stores that are in department stores or in, just have a little space, most of their bottles are already pre-made, and then they just make the label when you order or when you purchase. So as mentioned, it's labeled in our name. They also print the date and the SA who assisted you. So it's designed to feel personal. So their iconic scents include Santal 33, Another 19, the Tenwar 29, and Rose 31. Rose 31, I was able to, experience when I was staying at Fairmont. So Fairmont hotels use Rose 31 in their toiletries. So the Lavande 31 fits right into that lineup. It takes a familiar note and completely flips it. So let's talk about Lavande 31. This is what the bottle looks like. It was labeled in Incheon Airport, Terminal 2. And it says here it was bottled on May 2026. So as mentioned, since it was in the airport, they didn't have a lot of space, I guess. So their fragrances are already pre-made. Okay. So I just have my daughter's name here because she wanted to have a bottle named after herself. So the main accords of Lavande 31, which is base of Fragrantica, is that it's aromatic, it's woody, musky, powdery, and slightly spicy. So notes here include bergamot and neroli at the top. The middle or the heart notes include lavender and rose. And base notes include tonka bean, musk, amber, and vanilla. So here's a twist while I'm decanting this into the 10 ml bottle. It's not your typical fresh lavender. For me, it smells kinda like processed or musty even. Something that's, not fresh, but not really old, but it's something that's developed or matured. So because it's blended with musks and amber, it gives it a more sensual, almost skin-like quality. So instead of smelling like a spa or a barber shop, it smells more like a warm skin with a hint of herbal freshness. So the herbal is right there. I think it's still leaning a bit spa-like, but not barber shoppy. Okay, so let me just decant a 10 ml here. Maybe 9, so it won't overflow. So it's this musky, a little animalic in its undertone, but this feels very, very intimate. So the tonka and vanilla add a subtle sweetness, but it's not gourmand. So this is not the vanilla that's, sweet or anything that reminds you of cookies and cakes. So what stands out is that it's not too fresh, it's not too sweet, and not too woody. It feels like second skin scent. It's clean, but it has depth. So I'm just putting some of the lavande here on my skin. Yeah, I think it's very sensual. It's like skin, very much unisex. So when you say barber shop feels on the masculine side, I think girls or women can also rock this scent. Okay, so it smells like someone who just smells naturally good, you know? It's effortless, it's understated, and a little mysterious. So let's talk about performance in hot and humid weather, especially here in the Philippines. So in high heat, I think Lavande 31 actually performs quite well. I've tried this scent maybe at least 3 times. So whenever I'm near a Labo store, I spritz on on one wrist. I go around, I walk around, and I would say that it develops really well on my skin. The lavender and the bergamot keep it feeling fresh enough, while the musks and the amber give it staying power. And while it doesn't become overwhelming, I think you can risk overspraying using Lavande 31. So try to manage how much you'll spray, or just bring a decant. So if you need to freshen up, you can just top up, in the middle of the day and not do everything at the start. Okay, so definitely, as it develops on my skin while I was testing it, it becomes more musky and it doesn't turn cloying or heavy. So it just like, blends in eventually with my skin scent, with my natural scent. So this is a safe niche option for tropical climates. And if you want to avoid the citrusy route, try this, especially if you want something unique but still wearable. So I know that the go-to of a lot of people in hot and humid climates are, citrusy, bright, refreshing types of scents, but give Lavande 31 a try and you might be surprised. If you're interested in Lavande 31 but still want to explore similar scents, my designer suggestions would be the YSL Leap, which is a more feminine take on lavender with vanilla and orange blossom. So it's sweeter and more mainstream. I think it's more crowd pleasing than Lavande 31, which has a more, acquired taste. You also have Prada Luna Rosa Carbon, which is a cleaner, but this time it's a more masculine lavender with a metallic modern twist. Other niche options include the MFK Masculine Pluriel, which is a refined classic lavender with woods and musk. It's more traditional, but I still think it can be very elegant. And Diptyque has Eau Lavande, but unfortunately, I haven't seen one here in the Philippines. But I heard it's a fresher, more herbal lavender if you want something lighter or the greener side of lavender. So if you specifically like the dirty lavender vibe, I think Lavande 31 is still pretty unique. And I think it's something that you must try on your skin rather than blind buying it because, this is quite expensive. So overall, Lavande 31 is a really interesting fragrance. It takes on something that's familiar to us, like the lavender scent, but turns it into something modern, sensual, and slightly unconventional, but I think it still works. You know, it still works for a lot of people. What I like about this scent is that it has a unique take on lavender. It works well in hot weather and it's still very wearable, even if it's niche. So, this is a subtle and not a loud fragrance, and it might not be for those who want a traditional lavender. So, I think this is a good match for you if you want something that feels personal, understated, and a little different from the usual. So, if you don't want to smell like everybody else, I think you have a chance with Lavande 31. So, have you tried this one at your local Lilabo or have you gotten a sample and found it interesting? Let us know in the comments section down below. So, thank you so much for watching and we'll see you in our next video. Bye!